I'm Ron and I'm back again. Today I have a rant over social media hypocrisy, social media toxicity, and people saying they're going to change their ways after a horrible tragedy, but then 2 days later, they go right back on their word. Here's a little bit of a warning before this video gets into it. This is definitely not even going to be PG-13. If you are younger than I'd say 16, if you're watching this video, put some headphones in and probably get it out of your watch history after you're done watching it. Remember the lessons I teach you, but about how to be correct and a good person on social media instead of being a toxic person on social media, but it is what it is. If you are a person working from home and you have kids, put in some headphones. If you are an essential worker and you just got back home from working and you have 15 minutes to watch this video, it doesn't really matter. If you have kids, they're probably asleep already, aren't they? So, I don't know. I'm not one to judge. If they aren't asleep, put some headphones in. If they are asleep, it is what it is. Here we go. All I'm saying is this is probably the video that I'll probably curse the most in a year and a half. Because I am angry right now. I am angry from what I've seen, especially today. Not what set this up, or not what people said from the tragedy that set up the hypocrisy, but the hypocrisy is what I'm angry at, and that's what I'm going to get into. But we'll start with the two incidents that started this rant and what put the fire in my belly to make this rant. And I ain't had a good rant in ages. So, here you go. Here you go. So, first thing that set this up was, or the first incident, incident was the tragic death of Hana Kimura at 22 because she killed herself because of cyberbullying, and people all banded together to say we need to be more cognizant of what we're saying on social media, we need to be less harmful, we need to be less mean, we need to stop cyberbullying people that are celebrities because they're humans too. Especially people in the wrestling community. It is what it is. And that's correct. We all need to be better on social media, especially forum-like websites on like Twitter, Reddit, forums, places like that. Now, everywhere does need to be better. I agree, but it's mostly forum-based websites that all you have to do is type, and you have instant gratification. People aren't going to post a picture on an Instagram to take a shot at somebody. Now, you can go in their comments and comment something, but Instagram has a good handle on the bad people, more like, because you can mute them or block them, and when you do that, they mean mute or block. Facebook, nobody my age uses Facebook. Not anymore. It's boring, it's boomerish, nobody uses it. We're not talking about Facebook. Snapchat, you really don't know how toxic it is unless you're somebody else who has a toxic Snapchat or they talk about it on their story. It's hard to explain. TikTok, the comments are toxic, but it's mostly towards those 15-year-old dancers in bikinis that it is what it is. I'm not going to read those comments because I'm not a nonce, okay? I just use TikTok to dance to Gloria every time Toronto FC wins. It is what it is. It's mostly Twitter, Reddit, and forums that I'm pissed at right now. And Tumblr, to a certain extent. Because those are the places where all you got to do is type, and you can get instant gratification. You could send somebody a tweet saying, oh, blah, blah, blah. You're horrible, blah, blah, blah. You're scum. Take shots like that. Same with forums. Same with Reddit. All you have to do is type something. It ain't hard work. If you have a keyboard or a phone, it's easy. It's easy. So yes, we do need to be more cognizant of what we're doing on social media, but especially forum-based sites. It is what it is. So yeah, people were right at that point. But here's the thing. Here's the kicker. Today, 6 a.m. in the morning, what do I see? JD makes, or somebody posts JD's video about Alexa Bliss. Tearing Alexa Bliss down to shreds. Saying, Well, you know what JD said. I'm not going to repeat it. If you heard about it, you heard about it. If you didn't, there's Google. I'm sure you know how to use Google. I'm not going to repeat it. But he tore her down. And here's the thing. And somebody reposted it, added Alexa Bliss to tear her down. And she saw it. And she ripped JD to shreds. Now, that's not the bad part. But somebody used a JD clip to tear down a wrestler 2 days after Hana Kimura's tragic passing. Did we not learn anything? Did we not learn anything? 2 days ago, you were saying, oh, we need to be better. We need to be nicer. We need to stop cyberbullying celebrities. What do you do 2 days later? What do you do 2 days later? This? Have you learned nothing? Is your brain the size of a pea? Have you learned nothing? Have you actually learned nothing? What is wrong with people? And then here's the kicker. There were a lot of people that defended Alexa and just started dunking on JD. And I'm fine with that because that's what needs to happen. But there were people who had the gall to defend what JD said. You're part of the problem. You're the hypocrites because I could swear I saw a lot of y'all on wrestling Twitter. Because yes, even though I'm a football Twitter person and I'm a Toronto analyst, fan pundit who's a professional fan, I am a wrestling fan as well. I am part of wrestling Twitter. I see a lot what goes on there. You're part of the problem. If you defended JD, you're a hypocrite. You're part of the problem. You are scum for that. Did you not learn anything? It's like, oh, we need to be better. 2 days later, oh, we're going to defend JD after he tore down Alexa Bliss. Do you have no brain or or are you being a drone for the person you listen to? 1, you're a hypocrite. 2, you're a mark. And all I'm doing is speaking facts. This is the situation. 2 days ago, everybody came into agreement saying we need to be better. We need to be nicer. We need to be less toxic on social media, especially places like Twitter. What happens 2 days later is people turn into hypocrites instantly. Freaking instantly. Like, what type of shit is that? What type of shit? Now, if it was a week, you shouldn't be a hypocrite anyway, but it's at least a little bit more understandable. But 2 days? If you pulled what you pulled today, if you were one of the people that defended JD today, you're just a peddler of bullshit. You just peddled bullshit because you're like, no. Yeah, I know what I said 2 days ago. But no. I'm going to renege on that. You don't do that. You actually don't do that. Sometimes people get me pissed. And you're saying, why is this the biggest rant you've ever had? Aren't you a big Toronto FC fan? They don't piss me off as much as Hypocrisy. They could never. I love TFC. Yes, they lose. Yes, I get pissed off, especially if it's like an 8-game winless run and they get smashed. But it'll never add up to me being pissed off at Hypocrisy. I hate Hypocrisy. I hate Toxicity. I try to be positive. Now you could say, but oh, you talk about Toronto games. You criticize all the time. Criticism is different than cyberbullying. I'm putting out constructive criticism whenever players do bad. I never say anything bad about them personally. I just say, oh, here's what they did bad in this game. They need to do better. Their performance was horrible. They had a disaster class. What is bad about that? That's part of being a pundit. So if you want to come at me with that, you are part of the problem. Because I bet you if you come at me with that, you were probably one of the ones defending JD. If you come at me saying, oh, you need to be a little bit easier on the Toronto players, I never said anything bad personally about them. I love every player. I love every former player except one. Because he's a shill. He's fake news. Herculez Gomez. But even then, if I see a news article from Herculez Gomez, what do? I say, oh, I disagree. I disagree with his points, and here's why. Or if he puts out a good article for once, I'll say, oh, good job, Hercules. You put out a good article. I agree with what you said. Would I ever personally go after him? No. No. He doesn't deserve that. Is he paid off by ESPN? Loads of money? To be sort of a shill? Yeah. But that's not personal. That's facts. And yeah, no, I don't have a problem with Jermaine Defoe anymore. I kind of got corrected off of that. I'll talk about that on Friday because there's a 2014 game from TFC I get to talk about. So I'll talk about that then. But still, every former player I love. Every current player I love. Do I have agendas against their performance because they make bad performances? Maybe. But that's the thing about being a pundit. Has Alex Bono had bad performances every time he stepped in net since the middle of 2018? Yeah. Do I still think he's a great person? Yes. I have nothing to see that makes me see that he isn't. Eric Zavaleta. He's actually kind of getting better, but he's still not a great defender. But is he a good person? Yes. He doesn't deserve to be attacked, personally. But I don't do that. See, this is why I didn't have a problem with what people were saying. Because as a pundit, I have to criticize performances. As a football pundit, I have to criticize performances. But that doesn't mean I don't attack anybody, though. I criticize performances. I have never attacked anybody. Never. Never. Not once have I attacked any player. I criticize performances. That's what I do. I criticize Vanny's managerial abilities sometimes. Have I ever attacked him as a person? No. There's a difference between criticism and bullying. I do criticism. I work in criticism. But if you come at me saying what I do is wrong, and I'm a hypocrite as well, you don't have the facts. And the reason I went here is because you know what? Why not? I'm ranting. It is what it is. Let me tell you something. If you come at me after this video saying I'm wrong, after me putting all that out there, you're a hypocrite. You're part of the problem that just got caught out for being a hypocrite 2 days after a tragedy and after saying you should be better. You're part of the damn problem. Not me. You are. And you're deflecting if you come at me. Because you know I'm right. You know I'm right. So, my point is stop being hypocritical. Actually practice what you preach. Never renege on your betterment because time is past. 2 days. 2 damn days. And y'all go back to being jerks on Twitter. Y'all go back to being assholes on Twitter. What the hell? Like, actually, what the hell? It makes me sick. It makes me sick. We do need to be better. And I don't think we've learned that lesson. And we don't need to have another tragedy to learn that lesson. Learn from what just happened. And I mean actually learn. Look at it. Look at it. Look at what you said 2 days ago. And look at what you said at 6 o'clock in the damn morning. 7 o'clock in the morning. Look at what you said 2 days later. And how much different that is. How many shades of gray are in between that? Show me. Show me. What the hell do you think you are? Do you think you're some sort of vigilante? I bet you do, because if you're a hypocrite, you probably think you are a vigilante. Because you don't want to think you're a hypocrite. But guess what? Bad news. You're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. 100%. And that's what you'll be shown as. Now, I'm happy at the people who defended Alexa and dragged JD. Because he deserved it. He deserved it. Now, if you want me to make the punditry comparison, that dude, if you want to get mad at somebody who's a YouTube personality who says they're a pundit or a reviewer, get mad at him. That dude is actually a bully. What did he just do? Attack somebody personally because he doesn't like them. That's the point I was making. If you attack somebody personally because you don't like their ring work or their gimmick, or in my case, their performance on the pitch, that makes you a bully. Not a pundit. See, this is why I can comment. Because I am a football pundit. I am a Toronto FC pundit. I am one of the biggest voices in the Toronto FC zeitgeist. I know they're an MLS club. That's why. I get it. But I'm something. Shut up. It makes sense. I've never, as I said, never went after a player personally. I have only talked about their performance on the pitch. What bad they did, what good they did. Do some players do more bad than good? Yes. Do I think they need to go out of the club? Yes. Will I still love them for wearing our shirt after they leave? You're damn right. Because they are part of the history of my club. I have watched since day one. I love every player, except the one I mentioned, who have walked through the doors at BMO Field and BMO Training Ground. Because they put on the shirt for my club. They fought for my club. If they weren't that good of a player, they weren't that good of a player. But they fought for Toronto FC. And I will respect that till the day I die. And even if they definitely probably would pass before me. But till the day I die, I'll respect what they've done. Every single player who've walked through those doors. And stepped on the pitch for my club. Because they're all great people. They may have been, some of them may have been trash players, but they're all great people. And that's the difference between a pundit and a bully. A bully will go after somebody just because of something, they did something they don't like, or they don't like their gimmick or their performance. A pundit is somebody who respects the person who has that performance or does what they do and still respects them as a person. They will talk about the performance, whether it be positive or negatively, but they respect that person as a person because they are people. Stop attacking people for what they do in their professional lives. It is disrespectful, it is horrible, and stop being a hypocrite. Stop. If you were a person who defended JD this morning and you said we need to be better after Hanakamura's tragic passing, you are part of the problem. You are part of the problem. And that is what it is. So, let's be better. And I'll finish off with this. Let's not forget the lessons we've learned. We all said we were going to be better. So let's not let the passage of time make us renege on our betterment. Let's be better on social media and personally, but especially on social media, we need to be better. Let's be better people, all of us. We're not perfect. Even I'm not perfect. But we all need to be better. So, that's it. So if you like this video, like this rant, Like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Wednesday, I'm back with another top 10 right now. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.